There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. We can change the focus to a soft blur.
Thermaltake makes a fan for nobody. Dodge makes an electric vehicle for Dodge fans, and Framework made Lenovo's logo. Let's get into the hot news, everybody. I'm your Brett host. We're going to be going over the hottest tech news I can find on the internet while you enjoy your Brettfest. And today we're going to start off talking about Thermaltake's brand new swappable fans that they just announced, which you might think sounds really good. If your fan's breaking down, should just be easy to pop a new fan blade in and you're good to go to replace it. In fact, it looks remarkably simple if you look at the YouTube video that they posted, where it just pops out and then you can put a brand new fan right on into there. This seems like a great idea, except for the fact that the whole purpose that Thermaltake is saying is behind these fans is to reverse the airflow of the fan. So you have the black labeled standard fan, which goes the typical direction where the exhaust goes towards the back. But then if you swap it to the silver label, it'll pull it in from the back and make it so that it comes inward, which is fine, right? Like, not necessarily a problem, but not also solving a problem that very many people have, where they're regularly wanting to swap fan blades out in order to reverse the direction of the airflow of their computer or the thing that they're using the fan on. But then on top of that, not only is this a very niche product, it's also a rather expensive product, with a 3-pack coming in at $120 or $40 per fan, which is quite hefty. I mean, I would think that Corsair's LL120s are one of the most expensive fans out there as far as like RGB and making them look good, and those are $90 for a 3-pack. So, I mean, you are getting 1.5 fans with this swap fan pack from Thermaltake, which is the regular fan, and then being able to transition it. But it's not for durability or longevity reasons, it's for reversing airflow reasons, which I guess I'm gonna look to you guys as the audience. Does this actually matter to you? Is this something you can think of a reasonable explanation that is not super niche and super like, most people would just not deal with that problem at all, and they'd find more reasonable, cheaper solutions to do it, like, I don't know, buying another fan and then just flipping it around for $6 as opposed to spending $40 per fan on a pack. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. At first, I thought it was actually personally going to be more like this XFX RX 580 that we did a review on a long time ago, which you can see has clips for the fans so that you can pull them out and put new fans back in, which made a lot of sense to me, especially if this was going to be used for any sort of length of time. You should be able to hot swap a new fan back in, especially considering that's one of the things on a GPU that's going to burn out the quickest. But that doesn't seem to be what Thermaltake is doing here. They're going in a completely different direction. See what I did there? And I'm gonna go in a different direction of Cryptostonks, because that's what we're gonna talk about right now. Bitcoin, no movement. It's at 23,391. Ethereum, it's up 1.6% to be at 1871, and Dogecoin's down 3% to be at 7.7 cents. But let's talk about the latest entry into meme stonks, Bed Bath & Beyond. We talked about yesterday how it entered into the Hall of Fame of new meme stonks, where it just rocketed up like 500% over the last month. Well, it's down a little bit. So it went down 20% today to 1855 in after hours trading. It's continued to plummet. It's down 41% right now, about 2 hours after market close, to be at 1081, which is about where it was a week ago. So it's continuing to go down and not necessarily stay on the full upswing. But we saw this with GameStop as well. It rocketed up to about $400 at its peak, then collapsed, but then bounced back at one point and then died off and was completely dead, which is my hope for Reece of ever coming back to me. Reece, what do you have to say about that?
Hey friends, welcome back to UFD Deals. We bring you the hottest tech deals out on the internet. Thank you, Brett, for those kind words. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys appreciate today's deal with the Dell G2422HS, a 24-inch 1080p 165Hz gaming monitor with a 1 millisecond response time, IPS panel, and 99% sRGB color coverage. It's also AMD FreeSync and G-Sync compatible, and it's going for only $199.99. And don't worry if 24 inches isn't enough for you. The 27-inch is currently going for $239.99, which is currently 24% off. And don't forget, you can find these deals and more linked in the video description. Cheers.
Thanks for the hot tech deals, buddy. I hope that you learn to love again. And I think Dodge fans might learn to love again, with Dodge announcing their electric charger concept known as the Banshee, coming with an exhaust. This is the most Dodge thing ever. It looks really good. Actually, it looks very similar to a Challenger, and it does look like an electrified Dodge vehicle. I do appreciate the beauty and aesthetics that Dodge is going for here, but one of the main things that they want to talk about, besides the design of it, is the fact that it's going to have an exhaust system that is as loud as their Hellcat engine. So it should be able to reach 126 decibels of sound, and you can listen to it here. And if that's not the most Dodge way ever of making an electric vehicle, just make an insanely loud sound system to make it so that it sounds like it's doing something, but in reality it's really not. I like the interior, I like the exterior, no release date, no price point. It's just kind of a concept car right now. Hey, if Dodge wants to get on the train by doing this, then I'm all for it. Dodge, give us the Banshee. I want to see it. And Acura giving us an odd SUV EV. They're showing off their precision EV concept, which definitely looks like a concept and does not look like it's ever going to make it to production. It's got a yoke steering wheel on the inside. Kind of looks like a Volkswagen from the back, just a scooch there. I'm going to skip on that one because it's not real. It's not going to be coming out. But what does appear to be real is some legal attempts that Framework is going to have to go through, because Lenovo sending them a cease and desist or a legal requisition regarding this logo right here, saying that it looks like Lenovo's Legion O design, which kind of does. And if this is a trademark of Lenovo, I can see, honestly, this is one of the least frivolous ones. So Framework is saying that they are going to have a community contest in order to discover a new design for their 3D printed case, which I think is cool. The only thing, really the only thing I could see that's different between these two is the colors and maybe the thickness of the lines, but it's also like, it's not a very complex design either, but it does make sense that Lenovo has a trademark on that. The top community response at this moment is this guy right here, which, I don't think Razer's gonna have a problem with that in the slightest. But in case you're looking to check out a different laptop besides the Framework one, Corsair announcing their Voyager A1600 series laptops, which is going to feature AMD, both in CPU and GPU, starting at $2,700. Look at that. For a Ryzen 7 6800S, a Radeon 6800M, 16 gigs of RAM, a 16-inch 2560 by 1600, 240 hertz IPS, FreeSync premium display. It's going to have vapor chamber cooling, a 1 terabyte SSD, 230 watt power brick, a 99 watt hour battery. This looks like to be a beefy boy. $2,700. My goodness, that is pricey. It's got the Elgato software bar in there, just like the MacBook Touch bar. This is going to be tough to sell, but Cherry MX switches coming in that, in case you're interested. Does that price point sit well with you? $2,700 to start. And then I believe it goes up to like $3,000. Yeah, this one right here is $3,049. Comes with the Ryzen 9, still the same GPU, 32 gigs of RAM, and a 2 terabyte SSD. That's pricey. That's pricey. Let me know what you think of that down below in the comments. And we're finding out what we should think about the Intel Arc A580 GPU, which is supposed to be Intel's mid-tier GPU offering that's going to be coming out sometime soon. We're getting a benchmark in Ashes of the Singularity showing off what it can do in 1080p. Its score level is roughly 9,300, which puts it around an RTX 3050, 3060. It's hard to kind of see because of the API and how tricky Ashes of the Singularity can be. It likely will be between a 3050 and a 3060, especially since Intel came out with the benchmark showing off the A750 being the direct competitor to the RTX 3060. So I wouldn't necessarily expect their lower end GPU to also compete with the 3060. I think it'd be a step below that in like a 3050 Ti region, which wouldn't be too bad. Again, depends on the pricing. I want to know more. I want to see more from Intel, and I hope you want to see more of me, because we'll have more hot tech news for you this coming Monday. I hope you enjoy your weekend. We'll see you back here Yep, next week. That's what I continued to say. Bye.